2025 was the first year that I've actually achieved the majority of the goals that I set for myself for this year, and this is genuinely because I gave it to God. My first YouTube video was a job testimony video, but I knew that that video was the seed that God planted for me to really focus on this video. And at that point, I genuinely felt that that job was like my dream job. I felt that that job was the job where I was going to grow and it was going to be my career. And I was wrong. Very early on into the job, I felt that the job was just not for me, that I was just doing something on autopilot and it was affecting me. I was basically becoming depressed, and just my life in general, it was literally, the best way to say it, it was going like this. Like, the amount of support I got on these videos, the amount of people that resonated with what I was saying, for me, it felt like this is what I want to do. I want to create a community. I want to create a community where people are stepping into their purpose and being in alignment with their vision. I started to create content that I was just post. I felt a bit convicted with the type of content that I was creating, because when I started this YouTube channel, it was on the base of faith and you know, having that relationship with God and just being in your purpose and being in alignment and all that type of stuff. And I felt that my channel and the videos that I was creating was going down the path of just like get money fast and get rich quick, and that was just not the purpose of this channel. Now, while in the videos I do speak about how I do feel like everyone has a skill or something about them that they can utilize to make money, to make a source of income. As I do believe that that's not the main purpose of why I started this channel. And so I prayed to God. I really said to God, I believe that I am in my purpose now. I generally believe that YouTube is something that just aligns with who I am, aligns with my vision, with what I want to achieve in life and the lifestyle that I want as well. I genuinely believe that through YouTube, I will get there. So yeah, I prayed to God because I had a creator's block. I just didn't know what type of content to create. I didn't know what type of videos to make. I just didn't know what to do. And I said, God, please help me, because this is what I'm going to do and I just don't know what to do. And then I had this idea of creating a series where in each episode, in each part of the series, we go in depth about different parts of our lives that we want to change. This is not just a quick, like, you know, get your dream life in 10 days, achieve your dream life in 30 days, 90 days. This is an in-depth series where we are basically performing surgery within ourselves and in our lives. And each part, we are just really going all in. We are going to speak about a variety of topics. So, you know, in this one, this is the first episode, we are talking about purpose and alignment and vision. And in other episodes, we're going to talk about, you know, finances, relationships, mindset. These Change Your Life series and Transform Your Life series, they can be quite surface level sometimes. They can be quite the usual, go to the gym, or, you know, very surface level time. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going to the gym. Of course, that is something, you know, to keep your health up, etc. But I mean in terms of really going deep within like your spirit and who you are mentally, emotionally. Like, we are really diving deep within this series. So I'm going to be talking from, you know, my personal experience, which I feel like a lot of people can resonate with just based off the videos that I've created. But in terms of working a job that you feel like is not in alignment with who you are and what your vision is for your life. Now, with this, you do want to think about what are your core values and your core beliefs in your life. What are things that you strive for? So for example, one of mine was financial freedom and flexibility. Those were my ideal things that I want in life. Just don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be in environments where I feel stagnant and where there's just no growth. And when I look back on jobs that I've had, they have all been very stagnant. There hasn't been like a higher level which I could achieve. I feel like I had this conviction to quit my job because I felt that I was wasting my potential. Now, the reason why I feel like I was wasting my potential was because due to the fact that I was working these jobs, they did not allow me to have enough energy to pour into what I believe is my purpose. And so now that I have quit one of the jobs, and then also, if you haven't watched my other video, I did get made redundant from one of my other part-time jobs, which again, for me, confirms that I'm on the right path, because now I have 2 extra days where I can work on something that I believe that is my purpose and will allow me to really work hard to achieve the vision that I have for my life. It's just very funny because I remember I was praying to God about, what I want for my life and what can I do to get there. And I really emphasize that YouTube is something that I want to do. I really want to create a community for women where we just all step into our purposes, and we are just so aligned with you. We're so aligned with God and the vision and the purpose He has for us. And I just want to create that community and create like that space for women to really think about what it is they want with their lives, because we only have one life. And a lot of us, and a lot of people, they spend their lives in environments which are not for them. It's not what God had for them, and they stay in there and they are miserable for the rest of their lives. And it's like, when you're not in your purpose, life can be so depressing. For me, ever since I started YouTube and was able to really focus on it, there has been such a huge shift with how I view life and how I view my goals. Generally because I believe I'm in my purpose now. I believe that I'm working alongside God to get to my dreams, to get to the goal, and to be purposeful, to be working, to be in my potential. Everyone's purpose is different. My channel and the message that I had was not for everyone. My quitting my job series and the videos that I created based on quitting my job were not for everyone. As I did mention in those videos, I'm aware that there are people who do have a dream job and do have a dream career, and they're working on that. And there are people who are working a job that is not their dream job yet, and they feel like they're wasting their potential. So I'm aware that some people's purpose in life is that career. It is to grow within that industry and make a change. Like, the whole point of my channel is not like a bashing a 9-to-5. I'm not bashing 9-to-5s. I'm not bashing careers. I'm not bashing businesses. I'm not bashing anything. The point that I'm trying to get out there is that I want people to be in their purpose, to be working on their purpose and in their purpose. There's so many people who are just wasting their potential, and this is just by working jobs that are not for them or working in environments that are not for them. And it could even be working on a business that was not for them. Like, I have many failed businesses, and it's generally because that was not for me. That was not my purpose. I didn't have the right mindset for that, or even the skills for it. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with trying stuff and seeing what fits best for you and your beliefs and what you want in life. The scripture that I wanted to talk about to really emphasize that not staying in, situations or environments or jobs or whatever it is, and the importance of working on how you're going to change that, or how you're going to get out of that. I literally have a scripture, and it's Colossians 3 verse 23 to 24, and it literally says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord. You will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. And the reason why I want to talk about this scripture is because a lot of us are working jobs where we are not giving it our all. Especially for my case, with my jobs, I gave minimum effort. I would go there and I just wouldn't give it my all. Now, of course, in that scripture says, whatever you do, work at it as best as you can. But I generally feel like you can only really give your full attention and commitment to things that are in your purpose and things that align with who you are. If you're working a job which you hate, how can you really show up as your best self and be the best at it? I'm a strong believer in that when you do something, be the best at it. But I can't be the best at something that I hate. And that's why finding your purpose and understanding your vision and working towards your vision is so essential, especially for the year in 2026, because I want this to be the last year where you say, oh, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to achieve that, and you don't achieve it. Like, this is the last year that we're doing that. And I'm so excited for this series because the things that have happened to me in this year, and to end it still with my goals reached, still with my, you know, my goals hit, everything that's happened this year, to still have reached my goals. And it's literally because of God. Like, the fact that I've hit my like savings financial goals despite the fact that I quit one of my jobs and I got made redundant, is like, how is that possible? It's God. It's literally God. And that's why I'm so excited for this series, because we're gonna dive deep into many more topics. This topic was literally just mainly figuring out your purpose, figure out if you're in alignment with your purpose, and just working on the vision that you have for your life. Don't just trod through life thinking that it's meaningless, because your life has so much meaning. You just have to find out what it is. And I would say the best way to figure out what your purpose is in life is figure out what are your core beliefs. What are things that you want for your life and want for your future? What are the things that matter to you? This is both for like career, or if you have a business, it's for all aspects of your life. What is your vision? What is your goal? And go back to God and talk to him about it. You know, that was something that I did a lot this year. All in my past years, all my goals, I never spoke to God about them. I would pray on them, of course, but I never spoke to him. I never said, God, like, this is what I want to do, but what do you think? Or help me think of an idea, or help me. I never asked him for help. I literally just said, God, I want to do this. And, you know, that was it. But ask him for help, ask him for guidance, ask him for reassurance and clarity. And for me, there's things that have happened in my life this year that have given me such clarity that I'm on the right path. And you just need to meet God halfway. You know, if you do have, you know, for example, a business idea, work on it. It may be a thing where you're not seeing the results and you're just like, God, am I even on the right path? Am I even meant to be doing this? Meet him halfway. And something that I like to view, something that I like to kind of envision is that, not even envision, but something that I like to remind myself is that you cannot pray for something but not work on it. You know, there's a scripture which says, faith without works is dead. So you cannot pray to God to help you with something, but you are not faithful to it and you do not have faith in it. For me, a lot of the times, like, this is so like, so I'm just going to tell you guys something. So say, for example, so recently, whenever I've been close to a number, so for example, last night, I was on 597 subscribers. And before I went to bed, I said, God, yeah, I'm going to be on 600 when I wake up. And I don't know, like, I have this relationship with him where I'm just like, God, like, this is what I want to achieve. And so I'm going to rest my head and look, boom. So when I woke up, I had 603 subscribers. I've just gone to check. Can you even guys see that? I've just gone to check and boom, 605. Like, when I woke up before I started this video, I was on 603 and I'm on 605. And last night I said, God, I'm going to touch 600 subscribers when I wake up, and boom. Like, God is funny. He is funny, and he wants to work with you. He wants you to achieve that life that you want. He doesn't want you to be miserable. He doesn't want you to be stressed. He doesn't want you to be broke and struggling. He doesn't want those things for you. But it's about figuring out, what is my purpose and how can I get there? What am I going to do to get there? And you need to trust in God. So that was the first episode of this, like, Changing Your Life series. Like, I love transformative series. I love seeing, you know, videos of girls transforming things, whether it's their body, their health, their lives, their houses even. I love this series because it shows that life can change. You know, you may feel like you're in a season of your life where it's just stuck and you're not moving and nothing's working, but life can change. Life can change, and you just have to kind of surrender that control, surrender that mindset of you needing to have it all worked out. Sometimes just take that first step and God will literally be with you. But yeah, so I am so excited for this series. I just can't wait for like the end of next year to see how all of us as a community have grown and have changed our lives. it's so exciting. You know, I literally prayed to God about this whole project, and I'm just so excited to dive deep into so many aspects of our lives. And I thought, you know, let's start off with purpose, because I generally feel like I'm in my purpose right now, and it's such an exciting and freeing feeling to wake up and have something to work on that you are excited about. Like, oh, waking up and going to work and just being so miserable. Like, I don't have Sunday scaries anymore. I don't have all these anxious feelings anymore towards life and what the next day holds, like, because I'm in my purpose now, and I'm excited and I'm ready, and I'm just like tunnel vision on it, and it's a really freeing feeling, and I want all of you guys to experience it, and I'm going to help you get there, because it was literally this year that I stepped into this state, and I'm just so excited. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I literally pray that this video touches you and convicts you to kind of really focus on what it is you want out of life. You know, I want everyone to be in their purpose and to view life in a healthy way. Life is beautiful. So if you are in an environment where it's taking away how you view life, like, we need to fix that, and I'm gonna help you guys get there. Okay, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.